Hi everyone, I'm Meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, temperatures well below average continue for most of the United States. Gusty winds and the snow continues to fly as well. These are your current temperatures, which for places like Memphis, Tennessee, barely got above 20 degrees for a daytime high. This is in part because the winds continue to be mainly out of the north. They're being pulled in by that cold Canadian air, which, by the way, gusts are still in the 25 to 35 mile an hour range. And that's for a good portion of the United States. So the cold will continue to be a big story. Snow continues to fly through portions of the mid-Atlantic and into the northeast. You can see some of those snow showers for the southern sides of West Virginia towards the Beckley Bluefield areas. We're actually getting some snow squalls coming all the way from the Cleveland area right down Interstate 76 to Pittsburgh. That's really reducing visibility. They're bursts of snow, but when they hit those areas down I-75, including the Youngstown area, boy, the visibility is quite low in those spots. Enhanced satellite imagery in this area shows you a broad area of low pressure, which will continue to spin over eastern sides of Canada and the Great Lakes. This will continue to promote the opportunity for some fast-moving snow squalls over the next couple of days. The snow totals won't be significant, but again, when those snow squalls hit those areas, we're going to have some visibility issues. It's getting colder in the southeast as well. Atlanta, Georgia today, just above the freezing mark, even colder in Orlando, Florida, where they had a high of around 63. Same thing for Tampa, Florida as well. After the extreme wind chill values the last couple of days, temperatures will finally moderate through the plain states. Now, it's still cold with daytime highs today in Oklahoma and north just in the teens and even the single digits, but the winds will finally relax a little bit here, and we'll actually start to see a little bit in the way of some nicer weather coming up. Let's take a look right now at the radar composite, because I want to talk about the snowstorm that's going to be moving into the Denver area and the foothills just to the west of Denver. We could get 3 to 7 inches of snow, and it's really beginning to fly over the Vail area at this point in time. So this is a developing storm that will be impacting the Denver area in the next 24 hours. We also have a Pacific snowstorm moving on shore. Of course, it's coastal rain from Seattle down towards Portland, but for portions of the Olympic Range and the Cascades, that is going to turn into some decent snowfall totals. All right, looking at the advisories, I want to first of all talk about the Carolinas, because again, we had a lot of snow in the Carolinas over the past 48 hours. We have a black ice situation still for the Raleigh-Durham areas. That's why we have the winter weather advisory there. There's a little sliver of the winter storm warnings for the Beckley Bluefield area of West Virginia. That's for 3 to 7 inches of snow. There's your special weather statement near the Pittsburgh area, which again is going to account for the snow squalls I already mentioned. The flood threat continues with all the rain that we've seen lately in the Tennessee Valley and portions of Arklatex. And then we get back into the Intermountain West. And again, for the Denver area here, you're looking at the possibility of 3 to 7 inches of snow. And again, that is going to include the southern Front Range foothills and the western suburbs of Denver. So some heavy snowfall coming into those areas. You're going to get some heavy snow as well towards the Wasatch Mountains. And then all of these greens are the hydraulic outlooks, because as it warms up in the Intermountain West and the Big Sky Country, we're going to actually get some snow melt, and that could actually cause some flooding. So let's get into what the models look like here. We're going to bring up the HRRR model, and we're going to take a look at what it's going to look like over the next couple of days. First of all, again, we could see some brief snow squalls in New England and the Northeast. I'm not worried about the overall totals, but some of the, lake effect areas could pick up a couple of quick inches. We're going to be relatively dry in the Southeast, but there is a developing area of low pressure in the Northwest Gulf of Mexico. This one is going to bear watching, because eventually this is going to get some colder air to mix in with it. And we're going to be talking about another ice storm potential for the Southern Plains and Arklatex, and then strong to maybe even severe storms for portions of the Southeast. Take a look at that snowstorm moving through the Denver area. It's a fast mover, guys, but you can see that low developing right over the Denver area and working quickly off to the east. But again, a burst of snow up to 7 inches. And there's our next Pacific storm. Again, not bad for California. This is mainly going to be Oregon and Washington storm, which again will turn into some snow. And the snowfall totals there again could be decent in some spots. This is the HRRR model. And again, it's very area dependent. I don't expect a lot of snow towards Spokane, but you can clearly see in the Denver and Vail areas, you get to those reds, those are going to be snowfall totals that are going to be above 6 inches of snow. Want to really quickly look at what the forecast is going to be temperature-wise over the next 6 to 10 days. This is the warm-up that's coming into the central and the western side of the United States. Temperatures will be above average there, kind of neutral temperatures out east, a little bit cooler in Florida and portions of the Great Lakes. And then looking at the precipitation, we're still going to have above average precipitation chances in the northern tier of the United States. Obviously, this time of the year, there's going to be some snow, where the Pacific Northwest and the Intermountain West will actually be drying out. Friends, as you can see, I'm out of time. Again, if you like this content, I appreciate you liking this video, and thank you for considering subscribing to Weather Express to help the channel continue to grow. As always, I'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comment section below where you're viewing from, what the weather has been like. I appreciate you. You guys have a great rest of your day. I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.